While waiting to pick up a friend at the airport in Portland, Oregon, I had one of those life-changing experiences that you hear other people talk about, the kind that sneaks up on you unexpectedly. This one occurred at a mere 2 feet away from me. Straining to locate my friend among the passengers deplaning through the jetway. Of course, this is the era when we actually got on the jetway as visitors. Straining to locate my friend among the passengers deplaning through the jetway, I noticed a man coming toward me carrying 2 light bags. He stopped right next to me to greet his family. First, he motioned to his youngest son, maybe 6 years old. As he sat down his bags, they gave each other a long, loving hug. As they separated enough to look into each other's face, I heard the father say, "It is so good to see you, son. I've missed you so much." The son smiled somewhat shyly, averted his eyes, and replied softly, "Me too, Dad." And then the man stood up, gazed into the eyes of his oldest son, maybe 9 or 10, while cupping his son's face in his hands. He said, You're already quite a young man. I love you so much, Zach." And they hugged, a most loving, tender hug. While this was happening, a baby girl, perhaps 1.5, was squirming excitedly in her mother's arms, never once taking her little eyes off the wonderful side of her, taking her little eyes off the wonderful side of her returning father. And the man said, "Hi, baby girl," and he gently took the child from her mother, quickly kissed her face all over, and then held her close to his chest while walking her from side to side. And the little girl instantly relaxed and simply laid her head on his shoulder in pure contentment. And after several moments, he handed his daughter to his oldest son and declared, "I've saved the best for last." And he proceeded to give his wife the longest, most passionate kiss I ever remember seeing, gazed into her eyes for several seconds, and then he mouthed, "I love you so much." They stared into each other's eyes, beaming big smiles at one another while holding hands, and for an instant they reminded me of newlyweds. But I knew by the age of their kids they couldn't possibly be. I puzzled about it for a moment, then noticed how totally engrossed I was in this wonderful display of love, not more than an arm's length away from me. Suddenly I felt uncomfortable, as if I was invading something sacred, but was amazed to hear my own voice and nervously ask, "Wow, how long have you two been married?" "We've been together 14 years, married 12 of those," he replied without breaking gaze at his wife's face. "Well, then how long have you been away?" And I asked the man. He finally turned and looked at me, still beaming. 2 whole days. 2 days? I was stunned. By the intensity of the greeting, I assumed he'd been gone at least several weeks, if not months. I know my expression betrayed me, and I said almost offhandedly, hoping to end my intrusion with some semblance of grace, get back to searching for my friend. "Well, I hope my marriage is still that passionate after 12 years. And the man suddenly stopped smiling. He looked at me straight in the eye, and with a forcefulness that burned right into my soul, he told me something that left me a different person. He said, "Don't hope, decide." Don't hope, decide. Decide for what it is that's most important for you. The decision that's being asked to be made by you right now is that. So if you're willing, and you don't have to. I mean, you can go around the spiral, but ultimately things are not going to stay the same. You either are going forward or you're going backwards. And in the absence of you really leaning into what's most important to you, life will give you signs and signals of unlived life. It can't do anything else. It's seeking an expression of greater life by means of you. It's sending you signals through your longing, through your discontent. But that's just information until you make a decision. I'm doing this thing. And it has some definition to it and a measurability. And you feel it from inside you. Others will approve of it and some won't approve of it. That's a given. And many of you have lots and lots of supportive people around you. And some of you not so many. But it doesn't matter. It's you seeking to express you in greater, freer, fuller ways. I'm deciding for this. It matters to me. This is I only get this round, cold human birth, as far as we know for sure, one time. So I don't want to miss this. I want to discover actually who I am and whose I am in the process. The decision wanting to be made by me is, I'm doing this thing. And that this is absolutely in harmony with what is most important to you. You've named it now. Your next step is decide for it. And when you decide for it, you cut away other options. You serve that decision in the way you live your life in each day. We serve that. We become that more and more. I'm doing this thing. And when the mind, your mind, the patterns of old thinking start to rise up, you say, no, I'm doing this thing. I don't have to know how, I have to know what. And know that as you stay inside that decision, you're giving commands to your powerhouse, which is your connection to the subconscious mind that is sending signals all the time. Even when you're awake and all the time you're asleep. That subconscious mind is operating at the vibration of your most focused vibration or frequency. So you say it to yourself again and again and again, I'm doing this thing.